Hi everyone. In this video, I want to showcase the auto scaling capability for the EC2 service. So this is what you see when you log on to console. Now let's go to EC2. So let's click on the EC2. Now to set up auto scaling group, you need couple things in advance. You need the security group set up already, and then you need to it would help you created the key pair. And also there are two steps involved to set up auto scaling. First is you have to create launch template. It will define the type of instances that will get launched, and then you have to create the auto scaling group. Now launch template is part of instances and auto scaling group is part of its own section. So let's start with launch template. So click on launch templates and go here, and we'll just say my EC2, my EC2 launch template. And then we'll pick the recently launched AMI. So let's pick this. I think it takes a second to bring it up. So this is the one that we had launched in a previous video. So it is Amazon Linux AMI. We'll pick that. And instance type. So we'll include instance type to be T2 micro, which is free tier eligible. So we'll pick that. And the next is the key pair for connecting to SSH. So connecting via SSH. So we'll pick our key that we had created already. Um, and in the network settings, let's select, okay, existing groups. Existing security group would be launch wizard 3. That is the one which we had used, which was open to port 80, port 22, and port for HTTPS. Now let's go to advanced network configuration, add network interface. And this is a new network interface. This is a security group that we'll use. So delete on termination. Yes, we'll delete on termination. Um, and auto assign public IP. Enable auto assigning of the public IP. So these are settings for network interface. And then for storage, we'll just leave it to 8 GB for testing purpose. And I think that's it. And this is a summary of it. So this is the AMI, this is the size, our security group, and then the volume. So let's create the launch templates. Click on launch template. And so launch template has been created. Now let's go back and create the auto scaling group. Auto scaling group. Create auto scaling group. So you can say my auto scaling group. And the launch template that we'll use will be the one we just created. And this is the version of it. And let's go to next. We'll have our own VPC, and we'll select all possible availability zones. And then we'll have balanced best effort launching of the new instances. Let's go to next. We don't have load balancer. We're not gonna leave everything else as default. Let's go to next. So desired capacity. So we'll keep the capacity to 2. So we'll always have 2 instances running in healthy state. That's what we want. So minimum is 2, maximum is 2. So minimum desired 2, maximum. Then no target tracking policy. Okay, we'll just leave this default, everything else default. Let's go to next. We'll skip notification. Maybe in a future video we'll set up SNS to receive notification, but for now we'll skip. Let's go to next. Skip the tags. Let's go to next. So this is the review screen. And so let's create. Now when I click this, it will start to create 2 instances, because that was our requirement. So let's go to my auto scaling group, and we'll go to instance management. So yep, so it started to launch these 2 instances. And if you go to activity, it will show that these 2 instances were launched. And if you want to go further out, we can go to instance management, and then we can look at the actual instances. It'll open another tab, and we can click on instances, and it will show that there are 2 instances There are two instances that have started to initialize. So I'll pause the video here and then we'll come back and we'll terminate one instance and see one more instance getting added so that there's always two available in healthy state. All right, let's look at see the status of our instances. Okay, so they both are running. They both have passed the status check. So let's go in here and terminate. Actually, let's go here and terminate one. Just go to action. Sorry, instance state and then terminate. Then we terminate. So we terminated instance with O3, EO3, and the one that is running is 548 now. It will take a minute or so for the auto scaling to pick up. And so right now it is still showing EO3 instance in healthy state, but it will take a minute or so before in the activity you will see the new instance being launched. So let's pause here and come back to it maybe in another minute or two. All right, so here it shows that we terminated the instance on 12:05:20 and it picked up at 12:05:22. It's just that it didn't update it here. And if we go look at the instances, the EO3 was terminated and let's go here. And so new one has been created and put in service. And this is just still initializing, but that's how auto scaling works. It will always make sure that you have two instances running. Um, now, so this is so we have successfully demonstrated auto scaling group using launch template and auto scaling group setup. Now let's clean up the artifacts we created. Let's go to auto scaling group, auto scaling groups. So we'll first destroy auto scaling group. That will destroy the instances created. So go here, actions, delete, type in delete. So it's deleting. And if you go to instances, let's refresh. Still, okay. And then let's go back to launch template. And let's delete this one as well. So go to actions, delete template, delete. Delete. So template's been deleted. So let's go to auto scaling groups. Still deleting. Now let's go to our instances. Okay, so they have all been terminated, and so this is the one we were looking for. It was running. So let's go refresh. So no instances found because it's just running. So when you terminate the scaling group, it terminates the instances that are created as well. So everything looks good. Everything has been cleaned up. Thank you. Thanks for watching.